Hi, welcome back. So this slide might look a little familiar because this is the slide from one of the previous videos that we talked about ways that we could make presentations more engaging. And one of the suggestions was that if you had several topics that you needed to discuss, but they didn't have to necessarily be done in any specific order, that you could let the audience decide. And so that adds a little bit of mystery, a little bit of fun. They get to pick. It's kind of like, what's behind door number one? And so it adds just a little added interest and engagement to your presentation. So several people wanted to know how the slides were put together, the animation, how the animations were done that let you pick the different numbers and then come back to the main screen in between. So that's what I want to do today, is show you how that happens. So I've already done a little bit of the setup. I have 5 slides already created. You'll see over here we have our main slide where our topic boxes are, and then we have one slide for each of the topics, and that's where we'll switch to when we want to talk about that particular topic. And again, just for simplicity, I've sort of color-coded it so that all of the topic 1 information is red, so you can keep track of things a little more easily that way. The other thing I've already done is on this main slide, I have 8 boxes that I've already created. I know it looks like 4, but there's actually 8. And if you look over here in the selection pane, you see that I've named them. So there's covers 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the boxes you see that have the numbers on them. And then you have 4 that are called topic 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I select cover 1, for example, and I hide it temporarily, you see that the topic 1 box is just right underneath it. So I just want you to see that there's actually 8 boxes here. There's just a cover on top of each of the topic boxes. So to get into the animations, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do, let's start with topic number 3. It doesn't matter. I could do these in any order, but I'm only going to do a couple of them for demonstration purposes right now. So let's say that we're going to animate number 3 and number 2 right now, just so I can show you that it doesn't have to be, that you don't have to choose the numbers linearly once you're in slideshow view. So if I wanted to do the animations on number 3 down here, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick topic number 3. Okay. And remember, topic number 3 is that box that's underneath the cover. I'm going to come up here to my animations, and I'm going to first say appear. I want to make the topic box appear. I'm going to come over here and check to make sure that this is set to say on click. So that means as soon as I click on the slide, it's going to make that box appear. Now the last piece I need to do is I need to set what's called a trigger. And that's what tells it sort of when to start this process. So the trigger for this one is going to be when I click on the cover number 3. Because remember, the cover box is sitting on top right now. So when I click on cover 3, it's going to make the topic box appear. So we're going to choose cover number 3. All right, and also let's open up our animation pane. I got a little click happy there. All right, so you can see what's going on. So I have just created a trigger, and I've also added the animation. Now, the next step is I need to make that cover box disappear. So I'm gonna choose cover number 3. Now this time I don't want it to appear, I want it to disappear. So I'm gonna come down to the exit animations, and the first one is called disappear. So I choose disappear. All right. Now, because of a weird little perk in PowerPoint, the animation that we just put on there went to the top of the list, but we need to actually drag it down here to the bottom. So that way we keep it all nice and together. So here's all the things about this number 3 area. They're all in order now. So we have the underneath box appearing, we have the top box disappearing. That's all going to happen in one piece. Now, the other things that we need to do is once the cover disappears and the topic box is revealed, I want to be able to click on the topic box and take me over to that other slide. So I'm going to reselect topic 3. Remember, that's how we started. We chose topic 3. Oops, I just switched those. I am just a little click happy today. All right. I have selected topic number 3. And just so you know, it doesn't really matter what order these are sitting in. So it's okay that I switched them. So topic number 3 is selected. Now this time, I'm going to go over to the Insert tab, and I'm going to choose what's called an action. And what that's going to do is it's going to tell it that when I click on that box, I want it to go somewhere else. In this case, I want it to go over to slide number 4. And I can check because slide number 4, see, is my green slide that I've already set up to go with topic number 3. So once I've selected that, I can say OK, and I can say OK, and I'm almost done. The last thing I need to do is I just told it how to get over to slide number 4, but now I have to go over to slide number 4 and tell it how to get back home. So once I have finished talking about what's on slide number 3 in my presentation and I want to return to the first slide, I'm going to come here. I've selected the big box there. I have to have something selected that to attach the action to. I'm going to choose action. And this time, instead of choosing a slide, I'm going to say hyperlink to the first slide. Now, obviously, excuse me, if the first slide was not the slide with all my boxes on it, maybe the first slide with a title slide or something like that, then I would have chosen to return to a slide specific number. But in this case, I can just say first slide. And I'm going to say okie dokie. All right, and we're done with that piece. All right, so all of my stuff is fixed up for number 3. But let's go through the process just one more time, just sort of so you can see the whole thing kind of flowing a little more without me stopping and doing all the intermediate discussions there. I'm going to do box number 2 now. So remember, our first step was to pick topic number 2 in this case. We're going to come up to our animations. We're going to say we want it to appear on click. We want the trigger, in this case, to be the cover number 2, because I'm working on yellow now. Number 2, there we go. And then I'm going to choose cover number 2. What do I want to do to that? I want it to disappear. So I'm going to choose disappear, but this time not on click. This one is going to be with previous. All right. Then we're going to go back and select topic number 2 again. Oops, I almost forgot. We got to drag this down there, right? Don't want to forget that. Drag that down there. Okay. Now, select topic number 2. We're going to come over to insert. We're going to create our action. We're going to tell it to hyperlink. We want it to go. Where do we want it to go? We want it to go to slide number 3. And we double check. That's the yellow one. Yes. Okay. And okay. Perfect. And then we come over to our big yellow slide, and we need to tell it how to get back home. We create an action. We hyperlink back to first slide. Okay. There we go. All right. So we've set up the animations for 3 and 2. Obviously, I'm just going to demonstrate those 2 for now. You would go through the exact same process for all 4 of your boxes. Or, again, you can have as many topics as you want. Maybe you only have 3 topics in your presentation. Maybe you have 6 topics. However many boxes you set up, this process would be the same. You just have to set up your animations to have the proper boxes appearing and disappearing, and setting your links to and from the slides you want to travel to. So let's just double check, because hey, I could make a mistake. So let's go into slideshow view, and let's now pretend we're presenting. So the audience says, oh, we want to see number 2 first. Okay, well, we set up number 2. We click on number 2. That shows us the topic, and then we click on the topic, and that takes us to slide with the information about topic 2. Perfect. We click here, and it takes me back home. Everything's looking good so far. Now let's say we do number 3, only for demonstration, because I know that's the other one that we just fixed up. I click on my 3. That shows topic number 3. I click there. It takes me to slide with my topic 3 information. Again, you could have multiple slides that are about whatever topic you're discussing. I'm just doing 1 for now. If you had multiple slides, obviously you'd want to have your action on the last of the slides about the topic so that it'll take you back to home. And there you go, back home. All right, so that's the basic process. If you have any more questions about it, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know, send me some samples of what you do with it. That would be great to see. So have a great day. Bye now.